If we had to make a list of the foods most responsible for the obesity problem around the world, potato chips would definitely be near the top. But you guys know why you're here. Today, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the healthiest potato chips possible right at home in your air fryer with none of the fat, all of the crisp, and all of that good, salty, crispy, crunchy flavor. And the best part is, this might be one of the simplest recipes I've ever dropped on the channel, so don't worry. Even if you're as useless in the kitchen as an incel at a swingers party, you'll still be able to handle this recipe no problem. And for every one of my diet-friendly, healthier, better for you recipes in one easy to use place, don't forget you can always grab a copy of my cookbook, which you'll find at the link in the description box. This isn't just a regular cookbook, it is a cookbook for living an anabolic lifestyle. One where you're eating the foods you love, but you're making the best versions of them and putting your health, your body, and everything first. Plus you get it once, you get every future recipe I add to the channel for free because the book auto updates. It really is a heck of a deal. So hit that link down in my description box to check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are ready to have some fun, then I am too. Let's go. And to no one's surprise, the first ingredient we need are some potatoes. Now you can use any type of potato you want. You can use russet, red, that might be kind of weird, or whatever your preference is. But here we're gonna be using gold potatoes, because I think the overall flavor is the best or the closest to something like Lay's you would buy in a store. And what I'm gonna do is take 3 of my potatoes. I do wanna weigh these out. Usually about 3 is gonna be right at a pound or 448 grams. Sometimes it's a little over, right here, 465. So just to make sure we're on point, let me chop a little bit off the end of this. We'll toss it back on the scale, 447. Cool with me. Now here's how this is gonna go down. All we wanna do with our potato right here is go in and make thin little slices. Boom. Basically like that, about that thickness. If they're a little thicker or a little thinner, the only difference is you're gonna have to adjust your cooking time slightly. But as long as you aren't cutting the potato in half and calling each half of that a chip, this is gonna work out just fine. Boom. Right there is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these up so we have our chips. So we got all of our potato chips sliced up. Now what we gotta do is transfer all of them to a bowl and then fill the bowl with cold water so these potatoes can soak. And now we just wanna let these soak for around 20 to 30 minutes. That's gonna ensure that all the starch gets washed off of these chips so they're extra crunchy and extra crispy when we air fry them. So I'm gonna wait about 20 to 30 and I'll be back and show you what we're gonna do next. So we've let these soak a little bit. Now what we're gonna do is strain them off, just like so. Shake out any of the excess water. Then I'm gonna pour them out on top of a paper towel. And then I'll go in with another paper towel and slowly pat these dry to get a little bit of that moisture off of there. The drier these are, the better they're gonna crisp up in the air fryer. And once they're dried off, we'll toss them in a large mixing bowl. And then now what I'm gonna do is hit them with a light coating and nonstick spray. Then I'll hit them with a little bit of kosher salt. Then I'll go in, mix everything up, hit them with another coating of nonstick, another round of salt, mix them up one more time, and I'll repeat this step a couple more times until all these are coated, salty, and ready to go in the air fryer. And now it's time to cook. What we're gonna do with our potato chips is place them down on our air fryer basket, get them as close together as possible, but we do not wanna stack them on top of each other. You don't want them sitting like this. You want them to all have perfect airflow all the way around. That's gonna ensure that both sides crisp up and you're left with a crispy potato chip. And in order for all of these to be perfect, we are going to have to cook in batches. It'll probably take between 3 to 4 cycles in the air fryer to get all of our chips done. But I'm telling you, once you see what the end result is, healthy potato chips, you won't mind a little bit of a wait. And now it's time to cook. What we gotta do with these to make sure they're perfect is cook them at 350 degrees for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. Depending on how thin you slice your potato chips, if they're super thin, 15 is gonna be perfect. If they're a little thicker, you might need to go upwards of 20. What I recommend is around the 13-minute mark, you open it up and you check them. If they look like they're about done, then 15 is gonna be fine. If you reach 15, they need a little more, give them a few more minutes, but once they're crispy and the same texture as a regular potato chip, you'll know you're in business. So we'll go ahead and start with 15, and I'll see you guys on the other side. And after a few cooking cycles, our homemade air fryer potato chips are here. Now check it out. When I tell you guys these get crispy, this is what I'm talking about. You can see the ends here start to crisp up. If I flick it, have you listen. Hear that, bud? That's the sound of an incel at a swingers party. I'm kidding, that's mainly muffled crying. But seriously, with almost no work, we have crispy, crunchy potato chips that aren't loaded down with fat or excess calories. This is by far the most authentic and healthiest way to eat potato chips, period. All right, guys, before we try these out, I need you to do one thing and one thing alone. Smash that thumbs up button. That helps the channel out more than you even know. Leave a comment down below if you try this out or if you have something I need to try out for a video, and subscribe if you're not. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see some chips. All right, it is showtime, but first, quick shout out to Anabar, the best tasting protein bar in the world. And when I say that, I absolutely mean it. There is not a protein bar out there that tastes this good, like an actual candy bar that still has 21 grams of protein. Perfect for grab and go, amazing flavors, satisfies your sweet tooth craving, all while giving you that protein. Our new flavor, Monster Cookie Crunch, drops September 15th at 3 p.m. Central, so set a reminder in your phone. And if you want to try any of the delicious flavors, you can go there, read the reviews, see what all the hype is about. Go to theanabar.com, use my code RJF10, you'll save money, and I'm telling you, this will be the tastiest grab-and-go way to get 21 grams of protein you've ever had in your life. Appreciate all the support on Anabar. Now, let's get in here and get a chip. I'll go ahead and start with this one right here that I showed you. Now, the first thing we'll do is a crunch test. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. These are outstanding. I am not a potato chip guy, at least here recently. In my video game days, I was. When I had a Dunlap belly, where my belly got so big it Dunlapped over my belt, I was eating tons of chips and playing video games. I don't really touch them now because it's a slippery slope. Literally, one serving of potato chips can have up to 11 grams of fat, which is 99 extra calories, all from fat, super inflammatory. But when we do it this way, we legitimately have no fat, maybe the tiniest microscopic bit from the cooking oil, but basically no fat. We get the pure potato and the pure salt, and we didn't have to use any oil to deep fry these to get that same crispy, crunchy texture and flavor. To be honest, I think these are better than regular potato chips because there's something about when you're eating something and you know that it's simple, like potatoes and salt, that makes it that much better. And the cool part with these is you can really, besides salt, put any other seasoning you want. You want to do some Cajun seasoning? You want to put some salt and pepper on there? Are you a psychopath and want to use cayenne powder? You can do whatever you want. But fundamentally, as long as you follow the rules I showed you, you'll end up with crunchy potato chips that aren't going to contribute to that Dunlap. Now, in this entire recipe, if you make it exactly how I did it, for the entire pound of potatoes that we turned into potato chips, what we were left with for the whole thing is only 348 calories with 0 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein, 78 grams of carbs with 0 grams of fiber. So basically what we're getting here is pure potato, unadulterated, unfattened, simplifying it down to its base. If you compared this amount of potato chips to a bag of Lay's and you got them, you weighed them out, you did that whole thing, the Lay's would easily be 2 to 3 times the calories, and they're mostly empty and inflammatory from the extra oil. So if you want to eat potato chips and you want to lose weight, you want to stay lean, but still have something to snack on, I really do think these are your best bet. Best part is you can make them, store them in a meal prep container, and they'll be good in your fridge for around 4 to 5 days. So you can put them in, and then when you want them, pull them out. That way, if you make an entire batch and spend the time, you can have them for later. Meal prepping, guys, it's a game changer. If you decide to make these, make sure you tag me on social media, wherever it is you're social, even if it's just Tinder, and let me know what you think. I always love your feedback. And as always, my cookbook has been updated, so this recipe is now in there along with every other recipe on the channel. We just hit 290 pages in this dang book, and it started 2 years ago at like 65 pages. So we've consistently added a ton of recipes and knowledge to this book. So I'm telling you, if you pick it up, you're gonna absorb all of that knowledge and all the knowledge moving forward. I want to be the best sustainable lifestyle, weight loss, and diet cookbook on the internet. And with you guys' help, we are getting there. So don't forget it, the link in my description. You can check it out if you want to take your diet into your own hands and eat good food, all while making it a lifestyle, baby. Health is wealth. All right, folks, I'm gonna munch on these for a little bit, but I'm officially out of here. Appreciate you guys. As always, hit the thumbs up button for me, comment down below, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and also don't forget to check out youngla.com. They now have women's clothes along with all the stuff I wear in every video made for men, or those of you out there that are non-binary, you got a huge selection. Absolutely love their stuff. It's all I wear. Go over to youngla.com, use the code RJF. You will save money. I'm telling you, you're gonna have some of the coolest, most unique, best fitting clothes if you like to lift weights that you'll ever wear. Well, at least that I've ever worn. It's all I wear anymore. Literally. Find a video where I'm not wearing it since the sponsorship, and I'll send you a box of the new flavor of Anabars. Got my word on that. All right, guys, we're out of here. Appreciate you as always, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sending one of you with the next video. See you guys. Boom, 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 baby. We gone.